Here comes the sun, da 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 da. Here comes the sun. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Hey, Maine Christmas Tree Association members. Thank you for inviting me to do this video for you guys. I'm really proud of the channel that I have created. I hope that you enjoy this and maybe take home a couple of tidbits about how social media or different online venues can help us promote our Christmas trees. So let's get started. My name is Matthew Quinn. I am the proprietor of Quinn's Tree Farm in Cornville, Maine. We are very new at the Christmas tree business up here. We come from an area that is full of Christmas trees from days gone by, and it is my goal to restore some of the fields back to their original glory and sell Christmas trees in the meantime. We're choosing cut only field right now. I'm planning to get into some retail pre-cuts and things like that once my inventory gets bigger, but that, as you know, takes a couple of 8 to 10 years. So for now, we just have people come up and cut trees. Who am I personally? I am a professional firefighter and paramedic by trade. 4 years ago, I took a full-time job with the Skowhegan Fire Department. I also grew up at the Lakewood Theater, just down the road in Madison, Maine, 6 miles north of Skowhegan. So how did I get into YouTube? Well, that's a funny story. YouTube is a really crazy platform to share information on. Anybody can do it. Really, all you need to get started is a cell phone, some time, and a laptop to upload. You could even upload off your cell phone if you want to, and people will watch your videos. You can pretty much look up anything on YouTube and get a video about it. When I was getting started in the tree field business, I looked up how to share a Christmas tree or Christmas tree farm. I think the first video that I ever watched about Christmas tree sharing was a guy out of Canada and New Hampshire, M&M Beloin Trees. I can't remember the kid's name, but he's redheaded and he's full of energy and vim and vigor, and he just says this is how we share a Christmas tree. And I thought to myself, well, if he can do that, I can do that. One of the things I found myself doing on YouTube as an adult is falling kind of down into the rabbit hole. I literally would watch people play video games. I'm not even a video game aficionado. I don't have time for that stuff. I don't care. But at night, I would sit down and watch a dude play a video game. It's this channel called Antonelli Baseball, and it's this dude out of Massachusetts. He has a channel where he talks about baseball and plays video games. And I'd watch him and fall asleep watching this dude play a video game. So right off the bat, I knew that there was something to this, because if I'm not the only one doing that, right? I'm not the only one watching this guy. One of the channels that I noticed, and I kind of took a lead off him, is a gentleman in Virginia. Phil Woods is his name, and he's out of Amelia, Virginia. And he is a web marketer by trade, and they bought a tree farm and are growing Christmas trees. And he basically started what I would call the Christmas tree farm movement on YouTube. There's a bunch of us that have some small channels. But as of today, as far as I know, I'm the only person in Maine that's doing this on a regular basis. Hopefully this will help you maybe go that route, or say, hey, I don't have time for this, but right on. Let's talk about how YouTube works. It's very simple. You make a video, you hit the create button, you upload the video to YouTube, and people will watch your video. If the video is popular, there is a computer algorithm that will promote that video, and you'll get more likes and more watch time and more watch hours and more views. The more you get, the closer you get to monetization. And that's a good segue into what is monetization. Well, monetization is where YouTube will pay you for your content. Now, it's not a lot of money. Well, I take that back. It can be a lot of money. There are people on YouTube whose career is to make YouTube content, and they are feeding their family based on making these videos and getting paid for it. Some of them are easily making $50 to $100 to higher amounts a year doing this, $50,000 to $100,000 easily. The vast majority are not, and I have no intention of quitting my job and becoming a professional YouTuber. In order to get monetized, you have to hit a milestone. You have to have 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this right now and you want to help me out, just go down and hit that subscribe button right there, and it will buddy of mine driving by. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down there at the bottom of the channel. If you want to, hit the notification bell, ding, and that will tell you every time that I post a new video. And don't forget to like this video, because the algorithm likes it when you hit the like button, and it will send it out to more people. So subscribe, like, and notifications, boom, done, out of the way. Because the goal is to get monetized. How do we get to the point where we're monetized? 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in the past 365 days. Once you reach that milestone, YouTube will send you a letter saying, do you want to become part of the YouTube Partner Program? We'll pay you for your content. Let's talk about my niche. There's a theory out there, and I buy into it, that you can't be too broad. People are coming to your channel for a specific thing. So obviously, my niche is the Christmas tree field. Specifically, my journey in growing these Christmas trees. A big part of the tree farm niche is the tractor. The John Deere 1025R subcompact utility tractor. People like videos about tractors, so I try to keep videos of my tractor in. Why? More watch hours, more watch time. Got to give the people what they want, right? We do that all the time. We don't grow many Scotch pines anymore because people want balsam first. I have two other niches that I go with. That is the CNC router, a portion of my niche. And then lastly, I'd like to talk about Cornville and the state of Maine and why those places are important to me. So that's really the three areas that I talk about in the tree field. One of the things that I think is important is character development. Now you might sit there and say, what character development, right? I'm just Matt Quinn doing the tree farm. But it is important. I am a character and I am performing. So my character really is an exaggerated version of me kind of as a farmer. Now it's not too exaggerated, but sometimes I think I probably make my accent a little bit harsher than it should be, because we're in Maine and people like the Maine accent. I've actually heard a lot of compliments about that and why people watch. And all the other stuff in my life that we deal with on a personal day-to-day basis does not fly over into the YouTube channel. You never see me angry, or if I am angry, it's kind of that joking angry because the stupid tractor won't do the stupid thing that I just want the stupid thing to do. You don't hear any of my political ramblings or my political thoughts, nothing like that, right? It's all just this happy-go-lucky farmer from Cornville, Maine, just trying to bring you the best Christmas trees that he can, and his journey and how he does that. The biggest thing for me, and it sounds stupid, but I think it is really important, is I got a costume. And it's not very much, but I got my hat. When I put this hat on, I become Matt Quinn, Christmas tree farmer. Not Matt Quinn, professional firefighter, not Matt Quinn, idiot on Facebook, not Matt Quinn, good husband to my future wife. I become Quinn's Tree Farm, Matt here in Cornville, Maine, coming to you through YouTube to show you how Christmas trees are done in Maine. And I think that's really important to anybody to kind of develop that character, right? Because at the end of the day, we're really selling ourselves. We're selling an image of what we want people to buy. We want people to come to our tree field and be happy and have fun and think that we're happy and have fun doing it. Most of the time we are happy and we have fun doing it, but we just don't talk about those days that we don't ever want to do it again, right? So character development, develop your character. Make it the portion of you that you want people to see. because I guarantee you a lot of me isn't in it. How do I come up with ideas for the videos for the Christmas tree farm, you might ask? They're everywhere. They are hands down everywhere. Pretty much anything that I do at the Christmas tree farm, I make a video on it. I kind of stem into the how-to portion of the videos. If you watch our shearing videos, I had a 3-part series on how we shear Christmas trees here at the farm and how we use the hand shears and do it our way. I brought my dad in, we talked about that, and it was very well received. If you look over here, well, this is going to be an upcoming video, right? We got a burn pile. So we'll have some night when we have a little bit of time, and we'll burn the pile and tell people how to burn a brush pile, which, believe it or not, in my professional life is something that more people need to learn, because they do some crazy things. Here's another one. I painted the tool shed green, and now we're going to shingle it. So I'm going to have an upcoming strip the shingles and put the new shingles on. All of that stuff. Pretty much anything that I do on the Christmas tree field, I record. How do I make a video? Well, you're looking at it. I use my truck a lot as the studio, I'll be honest with you. A couple of reasons is A, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm getting from point A to point B. I feel like when I'm driving and talking to you, there's some sort of more personal connection. I'm doing something that we all do. We drive, we get from point A to point B. So there's purpose there, right? So a lot of times I'll do that. And what I do when I'm driving is typically when I go to the field, I'm explaining what we're gonna do in that video. It's the introduction. I do start out though trying to explain what's going on. In this video, we're going to do this, maybe throw out a neat tidbit, something like, did you know that an acre of Christmas trees provides enough oxygen for 18 people? It's a pretty big deal, right? So something like that, maybe a hook intro. Step 2 for me, basically, is very easy. I make a video with it, and I said earlier, I pretty much make a video based on whatever I'm gonna do that day. Monday, I did the video about the Husqvarna chainsaw. So I just filmed myself doing routine maintenance on my chainsaw and then cutting some stumps down and trying to figure out how I'm gonna get that north field set up so that we can plant it next spring. I typically don't make an outline. A lot of people will recommend making an outline. I have made an outline for the video that I am producing for you today. When I have specific things I want to talk about, I make an outline. People like watching people work fast. So I throw in, a lot of my videos have sections where I'm working fast, and then I use those to promote my channel or promote my webpage or my Christmas tree field, you know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I just did that earlier. Maybe put down a little blip down below. Something like that, right? Music. I have to add music. Music could be a video in itself. Quick overview about music. You cannot use copyrighted music if you want to get monetized. So YouTube has an audio library that's basically generic elevator style music that you can use for your videos. Music is huge. Music gives people feelings that you can't share any other way. So music's big. I would suggest the YouTube audio library. It's easy to get to. It's right there. I would also, if you look up public domain music or anything like that, that's the safest music to use. If you do use copyrighted music, that's not to say that YouTube isn't going to block your video. They might in some instances. If you do all this work for a nice video and then you have a copyright claim on your video, it kind of really stinks. So that's about that on music. Once I collect all my footage, I bring it back to my computer and I use editing software to edit the video. Editing, that's really one of the most important things about making a video. It's the difference between having a hokey home video and having a professional or more professional quality video that people are going to be interested in watching. Case in point, I speak existentially a lot. I shoot the stuff off the cuff. I don't have a script. That being, I say things that I want to cut out. I say "aw" all the time. You'll hear me say "so" and "all right." Those are the three big things in my vocabulary that I don't want you to hear. So, all right. So I edit those out, and the change in my video is that it looks higher quality because then it appears like I know exactly what I wanted to say right off the bat. Let's talk about equipment for a little while. What am I into right now? I probably have about $500 invested in equipment specifically for the YouTube channel. That includes my camera, tripod, editing software, and some other accessories. I would like to spend a little bit more on a couple of other things. You can do this for less than that. So let's get into what I use. Step one, I have my cell phone camera. I don't use this very much, maybe for B-roll, or today you're gonna see it because I've got to show you my GoPro. But I do use it in conjunction with my GoPro. So I have my cell phone. I can use the camera on this, I can use the video camera on this. There is no problem with the quality of the video. The thing I don't like about my cell phone camera is it doesn't have video stabilization. So there's a lot of bouncing. Any little bumper or hitch up is gonna transcend into the video, and that's not ideal. So this is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. That is my go-to camera for 99% of what I do on YouTube. So that was about $250 on Amazon. Tripod was right around $90. One of the things I really like about the GoPro is you can hook it up to your cell phone, and I can hit the record button, I can zoom in, I can do everything that I can do on that camera on my cell phone. So I don't have to come up, mess around with the camera, and then come back into place. A lot of times I can just have my phone, I can see myself on the screen and see if I like the setup of the shot, and then hit record, and I'm right good to go. I have my selfie stick. So if I have a place where I don't want to use the tripod, or you've seen in some of the shots here where I'm walking along, I can just walk along with the camera, and then I can talk to the camera, and we just keep going wherever we're going. I bought a GoPro accessory pack for like 50 bucks, and it had it in there. Probably spent the 50 bucks to get a couple of things like this. The vast majority of this stuff I don't use. How the GoPro sets up to things is they have these male and female adapters, and you just clamp those in, you clip those in, and you can slide into the female adapter that's permanently affixed to whatever it is you want to affix it to. So for me, I have a bunch on my tractor. I have one on my CNC router so that I can do speed up things with that, and then I have a bunch on my truck. Really, Mindy? Huh? Downside to, I think GoPro gets you a little bit, is you have to buy kind of that accessory package, which was another 50 bucks to get a bunch of these. Just like everything, they kind of hide those costs in accessories and things like that. So that's pretty much the GoPro in a nutshell. Things that I want to get is I want to get an external microphone. The GoPro doesn't have the best microphone system. It's okay to start, but eventually I'm going to need to get a good lab mic. The only problem is that a good one is about $200 for a nice wireless one. I'm really not ready to go that route. So let's go upstairs to the home office, so to speak, and I'll show you my editing software and how I edit a video. I use Wondershare Filmora 9 to edit my videos. There are a ton of different editing softwares out there. Some are free, some cost money. This one costs like 50 bucks a year. But I find it to be easy to navigate, and I can do a lot more fun stuff in the videos. Basically what I do is after I film the videos, I can go in and I can import the media files. Typically I put them in a video file there, and then I input them into the video that we're going to edit. and then I go ahead and edit my video. I can add music, I can cut, I can cut different things out, I can patch, I can put B-roll in. That's what's up here. Of course, this could be a class in itself. So yeah, that's about the size of it. So then pretty much after it's edited, I can upload it to YouTube, and then I release it to the public. And that's the basic process that I do to get videos out. Why am I investing so much time in this? Well, really the biggest deal for me is, and I talked about it earlier, is it's the exposure. It really is a good venue for a lot of people. People of all ages watch YouTube and they see what's going on at the farm, and most of them are genuinely interested. That in a nutshell is how YouTube works for me and how I go about doing my channel. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'll put my email in the link down below. I'll put it up on the screen right now so you can write that down. It's a great way to sell Maine. It's a great way to sell Maine Christmas trees. And YouTube gives us a venue, certainly in the United States, to get the message out that Maine Christmas trees are some of the best Christmas trees ever made. Thank you for listening to my spiel. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I know that going to the Christmas tree meeting, the few that I've been to have been a blast. And they remind me that I'd really rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else. So there go, my Christmas tree grower friends. I'll see you soon.